Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk to you guys about the AKRA backpack from ARCIDO. They reached out to me and asked me if I want to be able to check out or go through the experience of using a one-bag travel system. And surprise, surprise, that's exactly how I like to travel. Whenever I do cover events, I generally do like a quick 2 to 3 day trip. I get in, cover the event, and then pretty much get out. So I want to be basically as minimalistic as possible, only bring the necessities, and ideally is not have to bring 2 bags with me. Ideally one bag that can fit everything that I want. Well, the AKRA backpack is trying to fit that experience, and they told me basically that this should be the one backpack that will cover everything that I want, from my clothes, from my laptop, from my equipment, and even my camera, taking it on with me without having to carry anything else. This is TK, and I want to say thank you very much to ARCIDO for allowing me to check out the AKRA, but let's not waste any time. Let me show you guys how I packed mine. Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we put out new videos like this on the channel. Pretty much the exact dimensions that you expect from a carry-on. So you don't have to worry about getting it on the plane, any issues or concerns. It's small enough, but it is really nice. And it has actually a very nice textured material that it actually doesn't feel like it's gonna heat up or get too warm. We do have the name here, it's ARCIDO, that's their logo. We have a few pockets there, and I'll show you guys where everything is and what I have in every single pocket. But before we get that far, I wanted to share with you guys basically that it does actually have some water repelling properties. So here we have, and you can see right there, the water is basically just sitting right on top, and I can just wipe it off. It's wet, and the bag stays dry. So overall, the experience that you're gonna get here is really nice, good weather sealing, and tons and tons pockets that are available for us to be able to put our stuff in, and not only that, organize our life. First and foremost, we have a pocket that's sitting here. You can see the zipper that we have here, and I usually like to put my headphones in there. These are great for when you're on the trip, on the plane. The only bit is just put them out, and it's easy to access. We do have a big zipper here that's on top, but if I bring this up slightly to the highest level here, you'll notice that there's a nice little pocket. Now, the reason why this is nice up here is because this is really a sunglasses pocket. It is lined with a very soft fabric so that it does not damage your glasses. So this is going to be great for sunglasses, for phones in case you want to use it there, but essentially it's a sunglasses pocket, and you can definitely keep it there, easy access whenever you're out. But the really cool thing on both sides of this is that we have side pockets for water bottles and everything, and they do have somewhat of an elastic band in here. And here I have my side charger that I usually like to keep with me. This is my Zero Lemon charger. It's 4 ports, capable of charging not only my Mac, but also able to charge my smartphones with the quick charging options. But what you probably don't necessarily notice, and most people won't, is that there is actually another small pocket here to be able to put additional things in there. Let's say an additional phone or pocket, or maybe a power bank that you'd like to be able to use. It definitely is very, very nice, very functional, and easy to set up. And then when you're done, you just put the little zipper option down there, put this back in here, and you're getting basically the best coverage. And again, when you have a water bottle in here, it almost looks like it's a hidden pocket. And the exact same setup is on the other side. On the bottom, we don't have really any pockets, but we do have a very nice sealed area, and it does have some thickness into it so that it provides protection in case you put your stuff on the floor, so you don't worry about them basically banging there. Now, before we get into the really big pockets, there's a couple more things I want to share with you guys. Now, of course, there's the nice little handle. It is fabric. There's a fabric on the bottom of it, and it's definitely thick. Provides us really good coverage. This is the big zipper here. That's a little pocket I showed you guys for the glasses, and we still have our glasses in here. And of course, we have another small pocket that's sitting there, intended for more personal and a little bit more discreet and private. And that's closer to the back when you're holding it, when you have it on your back. This pretty much sits right behind your neck, and essentially this is where you should be able to put your personal documents. So like for me, I'll put my passport, any kind of paperwork, official paperwork, IDs and stuff like that. You want to put them in an area where it's a little bit more secure, a little harder for somebody, let's say even if they're trying to sneak up behind you, to get into and basically access it. Now, switching it to the back, of course, we have magnetic clamps. So here's the main one. This is one that goes across the chest. It is magnetic, so essentially you just push this down and it comes off, and you can see right there the little magnet, and it of course marries to the other piece right there. And basically the configuration is very, very strong. As long as you're going this way, it's not going to have any problems, and you push in and out, easy release and easy configuration, and it looks really, really nice. Now, if you don't want to use this, and let's say you don't want to have this actual entire mechanism, if you just open up the flap ever so nicely, you can go in here, remove this, and of course adjust it to the height of the left, or you could just remove it entirely and use the backpack without the strap. But the convenience and the position of the actual strap is really nice, and it is adjustable. So a lot of people will probably want to know is, let's say it's riding too close or too in a position where it's not comfortable for you across the chest, you could definitely adjust it either higher all the way or lower. By default, it does come in the center. On the bottom, we have a couple of options here. On top of the fact that we have another magnetic option, you can see right there in these two pieces. And again, works really good, provides really good coverage when you go in basically in a pull position, but whenever you do basically kind of break it apart, it does come off easily. We do have these small little pockets, and I'll share with you guys, of course, these are really, really nice. You can definitely add these. These are going to be like your keys, your ID, your credit card, and they're side mounted to you, so you don't have to worry too much about as far as basically having to carry things. And you have one on each side, on the right and on the left. And of course, all of this is covering the back. This is where all the cushioning is. This is the nice foam that we have on both sides on the back, as well as on the actual inner side part of here. So all of these things have, if you notice, this nice breathable material so it doesn't overheat, but it also allows you to basically not sweat too much when you're carrying this bag for too long. Same material that we showed at the beginning on the front, water resisting on the outside, although on the inside I would imagine this would be a little bit more absorbent. But again, this is intended to be on your back, on the inside part of the actual backpack when you're carrying it. So for the most part, when you're looking here, essentially it's really a very nice, easy to use and very secure mechanism to basically keep this on your back whenever you're traveling. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now, before we open up the biggest zipper, I want to share with you guys real quick is that we do have this little mechanism here that we are able to use to put out a lock. So if you bring the two little zippers together, you have the ability of just basically locking them with one of those travel locks. But to open it up, you just open up one zipper, two zippers. And one more thing before we get in too far. So this big zipper that I showed you guys at the beginning where we had our headphones in here, this actually opens up on the inside as well. So while we see the headphones here, and we'll go ahead and close it, when I open it up, you'll notice that the headphones are still there. I'm able to access them through the inside pocket right here. And of course, I have access to, well, let's go ahead and put this here, any additional stuff that I have. So this would be basically my charger for my MacBook Pro, which is in a different compartment, but here, still have access to it right now. So it's really nice. Inside and outside access to the same pocket that we have here. And then that brings us, of course, to the actual backpack. And again, I packed this thing for a couple of days trip going to, let's say if I was covering an event. So I have a few things here. So I have my pants, I have some shirts here, of course, some different DBZ shirts. And then of course, last but not least is I like to carry my camera. So this is my A7 III camera with one of my lenses. This is my Zeiss camera lens. I have my running shoes here, some more pants, some socks in here. Of course, second pair of socks. And of course, a portable gimbal, because you know you're always going to basically try to take some footage with your phone and you want to have some stabilized stuff. So for me, this portable one works very nice, and it actually folds very, very nicely and very small. So that's one of the big things. Whenever you're trying to travel on a minimalistic kind of an experience, you want to make sure you get the smallest possible things. And of course, make sure everything uses USB-C, so that makes it simpler whenever I'm using this charger or the Zero Lemon one that I have on the outer pocket. And the really cool thing about this is that this is entirely in my front pocket. I haven't actually even showed you guys the other side, but just keep in mind that it actually is pretty deep. You're able to put a lot of stuff, and they do sell accessories in case you do want to be able to pick them up. So basically little pockets, little cases that you're able to use to organize your things, and then you can set them up in different things. But for me, when I'm traveling with all of this, the only thing I need to worry about right now is my existing equipment. So let me show you guys the other side. And the same thing happens for the back zipper as we have it on the front. Both come together to provide us the ability of using a lock. So you can definitely lock the two biggest compartments here. And keep in mind, again, you can access the front flap on the front one using the outer flap that we used in the beginning here. So this is always going to be available for you. So let's go ahead and open up the back one. Opens all the way down. And here we are. So this one is a little bit different. What we have here is basically a case for your laptop, which is customizable, by the way. And I mean by that is, you notice right now I have my MacBook Pro in here. Now let's say I want to take it out. I open up the little flap, just pull it slightly. And then the Mac pulls out exactly enough for me to be able to take it out. And then when I'm done, I'm able to basically put it back in. And you notice when you put it all the way in, it kind of just goes back and then it sits there. And this is very nice. This entire option here that I'm showing you guys is removable. It is connected via Velcro options on the top here, as well as on the bottom. So it's configurable and you can remove it. And if you, let's say, have secondary laptops that you'd like to bring, or let's say a Chromebook for more of a light travel, if you want to use this on a plane, this will also house it right there. Conversely, you can actually put your tablet in there, any other things that you'd like to use, a couple of pens, some wires, additional phones, and stuff like that. And then once you're done, everything is basically set up in a very nice area and very nice organized manner. You can just bring it back up, and that's pretty much it. I'm ready to go. All of the things that I need are here: my passport, my laptop, my secondary laptop or tablet if I'd like to use that, a power supply for both of them. My phones are generally on me that I don't have to put in the backpack, but let's say I do want to bring additional phones, I still have way more enough space to put so much more stuff. Again, Keep in mind that these little pockets here that we have on the sides on both right and left side are very functional, and of course having the support on this on both, not only across the chest but also across the waist, provides a nice balance option so that you're not really carrying everything on your back. It just provides you a much better control, and of course you can adjust all of these, and if you don't want to use it, again, just go in, remove it, adjust it, do whatever you want with it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are wondering, TK, why didn't you fill up the bag all the way to its rim? There's so much more space, you didn't actually fill up everything in there. And that's because generally when I travel, I like to bring things back for like my wife and my son, and that generally requires space. And if I fill up this bag with everything that I wanted in there, obviously I'm not gonna have any space left there to bring anything back. So that's always gonna be the configuration I'd like to be. Bring what I need and make sure I have basically just the basics of what I need, my camera, my computer, everything that I need to be able to produce and get the content that I wanna be able to get out for you guys. And of course, have enough space to bring something back for the family on the way back. And this backpack will cover everything. Now, the one thing I didn't share with you guys when I was showing you guys with the setup is, if I do decide to bring a tripod, that generally ends up being basically what I carry in my hand, as this does not accommodate it. Unless I decide to go with maybe one of those more smaller ones, the one that collapse all the way down, that generally will work, but my normal tripod, the one I use, is an articulating tripod that will not fit in there. So I generally will just carry this backpack for everything that I need, and the tripod is in my hand, and usually there's no issue with overhead because the tripod takes such a small amount right behind the backpack. So let me know what you guys think of this backpack. If you guys are one back type of travel people, and I love this because it makes life and travel so much easier, not having to worry about bags, lost luggage, or anything like that, or even having to pick it up or drop it off. You all do the online check-in, you go straight to the security point, and you just basically go on a flight and enjoy your trip. I want to say thank you very much to ARCIDO. Hopefully I'm saying this correctly. It's not ARCIDO. For the AKRA backpack, of course, there'll be a link in the description below to be able to pick one up for yourself, and then actually find out some of the other accessories they have for it. So many more options, so many possibilities, and hope you guys enjoy all your travels and stay organized. Thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next video.